Hey guys, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 2K12 in franchise mode with the Detroit Tigers. Now this is going to be the last game before we hit the All-Star break. And I'm kind of excited for the All-Star game as well because for the channel I'm going to be posting not only the real All-Star game with everybody who's going to be playing, but also the one from the franchise and also the Home Run Derby. Now the Futures game, I guess I could do something like that, but that's going to take a while for me to kind of put things together because then I got to create everybody. And I mean, in the Futures game here for the franchise, it's not going to matter that much at all. I mean, let's just be honest. Because it's only going to be one season, and then I'm moving on to another team. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, Brennan Bosch getting the first hit of the game. Look at that lead that he's getting. You know what's coming. He's going to be going for second, diving head first, and making it there. No problem at all. Brennan Bosch is actually hitting in the leadoff spot since Austin Jackson is injured. Dirks would normally be up there, but because of his injury, he's sitting at 60 when it comes to the speed, not somebody I want in the leadoff position. So I got to go ahead and deal with this until Austin Jackson gets better. This is going to be the first hit, though, for the Royals, and this one goes right down the line. Bosch running that one down, but not going to get it in time here to prevent the double. So Royals are in position here really quickly to be able to get a run. Alex Gordon getting that double. And true story, you guys. And if you don't believe me, you can check this. Alex Gordon graduated Lincoln Northeast in 2002. Then you got Jabba Chamberlain, who graduated. Wait, no. I take that back. Alex Gordon graduated from Southeast in 2002. Jabba Chamberlain played for Lincoln Northeast. I played for Lincoln East. I played against both of these guys, which is kind of crazy because in a lot of ways it kind of makes you think a little bit because with Jabba Chamberlain, he was a pretty heavy guy. I'm not going to lie. And we kind of made fun of him here when we were in our dugout, and he heard the stuff that we were saying about him. So that goes to show, one, you got to be careful who you make fun of because somebody's going to end up being something big one day. It happens with everybody. And then the thing is with Alex Gordon, I mean, yeah, he was good, but, man, I never thought that he would end up playing in the majors. Because I played against him in, like, summer ball and stuff like that when we were growing up, but I don't know, it's just crazy to think that those guys who I played against growing up are now in the major leagues, and I'm seeing them here in a video game that I'm playing and posting on YouTube. It's just crazy what happens as you guys grow up. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm just having, like, a whole bunch of memories flood back right now. But anyway, let's get to the game here. Miguel Cabrera, home run in a left field. Great way to start off his first at-bat. So 422 feet, that was crushed. With his 19th home run of the season here, Miguel Cabrera is doing just what I was expecting him to do all season long. I saw him as a leader on the team, was going to help us out with his bat considerably. I was kind of worried a little bit about how he would do at the third base position, but in a video game, he's playing just fine. You know, I actually haven't noticed anything different having Miguel Cabrera over there than maybe like a Ryan Rayburn or Scudero over there instead. But, man, loving what he's doing here. So thank you, Miguel Cabrera. Let's keep it up here when we go into the second half of the season here. All right, Prince Fielder also getting a home run into left field. Man, I guess the person who's sitting there in left field, if he didn't get a chance to be able to get that last home run, he can get this one. Now, not quite as far, 372 feet. But this is the second time all season long that I have gotten back-to-back home runs out of these guys. So I'm excited to have this right here. This is going to make it a 2-0 lead for us. And I was kind of expecting something like this here in the game because while the Royals are doing very, very good this season, it's been their bats that have helped them get to where they are in the standings. Now, they are third. They're not that far back from second place, though. So if the White Sox continue on this slump that they're on right now, Kansas City could be in the second spot. But anyway, yes, it's their pitching, though, that's been giving them a hard time, and that's something I'm going to be utilizing here in this game. I have the potential to get a lot of hits, and I have been getting hits. So Hosmer here on first, going for second. This is probably one of the most foolish stealing attempts I have ever seen. Hosmer's not the fastest guy you're going to find in the world. That kind of goes without saying. He didn't have a great lead. He's going up against Alex Avila. He just was going to get out no matter what, regardless of what kind of jump that he got there or anything, but works for me. So we got Victor Martinez on first. Now he's on second. We got Miguel Cabrera on first now as that one rolls into center field. So a little bit of a dangerous situation here for the Royals now, as Prince Fielder is going to be coming up to the plate. Remember, he had that home run in his last at-bat. If he gets a home run here, we're talking about a 5-0 game. This one goes high, but it's going to be short of the wall. It's going to go into right field, but I'm going to have Victor Martinez tag up, which was something that's actually pretty dangerous, because if you saw the game that I did before this one here with the Detroit Tigers, he got thrown out. Not cool. But I was thinking about stealing. That one was just too good to not hit at, though, and Victor Martinez ends up coming home. So the fact that I tagged up works out well for me here, as it makes it a 3-0 game in the 4th inning. So all around here, we're just having a great game. Now I want to go into the second half of the season here on the right foot. You know, just having some great momentum, and I'm definitely getting that in this game. Wow. But anyway, Carpenter just having a great game. Now, he struck out a side earlier, and I really wish I could have shown that to you guys, but that would take up a whole lot of time. So he's gotten a lot of strikeouts here. Nothing to get too excited about. I mean, he's not on track to break any kind of record or even get close to that. But he's forcing the computer to make contact with a lot of balls, and that's good because all of these balls have been in positions here where we can get some easy outs. And that's all I can ask for out of a pitcher. I mean, I don't expect strikeouts. I just want outs. That's all I care about. But let's go with something high. Let's go with the four-seamer. Works well. The computer just watches that one. And the computer has been watching actually a lot of the pitches that have been thrown at him. So I've been kind of using that to my advantage here, just throwing the ball, you know, on the outside parts of the plate, trying to force him to swing at something, though, but keeping it close enough to the strike zone where it could drift in, and the computer could just let it go. But Delman Young having to chase this one down. Doesn't have to go too far, though, as that one goes into center field. Still 3-0, though, in the 7th. Nothing comes from that. Ryan Rayburn up at the plate now. Wow! Another shot in the left field. And I tell you what, I love getting home runs. Now, I get them a lot, obviously, with Miguel Cabrera and Prince Fielder. But these kind of home runs, coming from players who don't get too many throughout an entire season, these ones are my favorite. So Ryan Rayburn helping my team out in ways that he usually doesn't, since that's only his 5th home run of the season. I got to respect that. I got to enjoy this here. This is actually kind of fun now that, you know, we're getting other team members involved in this home run chase. A lot of the time, the home runs that I get from these players are in instances here where it's simulated if I decide not to play a game or something. But, man, loving this. All right. So now here we go. Alex Avila hitting this one down the right field line. This one's going to go into the corner, and this is going to be extra bases. He's going to make it to second. No problem at all. Even thought about maybe trying for third, but I think it's smart that I didn't. I definitely would have been out in that situation. I can't be too greedy. There's a difference between taking a risk and being greedy. I think if I had gone there, it would have been more greed than risk. But anyway, slider here. Going into the gap in left center. It's kind of nice to see that even the computer has to worry about that here, where the left fielder will just jog, or any one of the outfielders will just jog and not even try to run after the ball, where you think there may be a fair chance that they could run that one down and kind of lessen the time that I have to be able to run the bases. So that's going to expand my lead here even more on a game that has just been going my way 100%, and I'm hoping it continues on here for the rest of the game like that. It's about time the Royals, though, go to the bullpen. They bring Holland in here in the 7th inning. And welcome to the game, buddy. Victor Martinez also hits this one into right field. Not quite in the corner here. Not going to get the double, but he is going to get the RBI. So that's going to be a 6-0 game now. Royals are just having a hard time, and even when they bring in a reliever, I'm able to get a hit just right off of the bat. No pun intended. Really, no pun intended right there, but I might have to use that again in the future. I never thought of that one, just right off the bat. Anyway, after that little awesome ballerina spin, here we are in the 8th inning now. Carpenter just still doing great. Obviously, I'm going to be keeping him in here until he chooses to mess up. Now, I've had some pretty one-sided games here so far in the franchise, but I've not had one like this. And like I said earlier, I want to have a great game here before we go into the second half of the season. And I can't think of a game any better than this, though, to have as the one that I have for the end of the first part of the season here. So, swing and a miss here on that slider. That's one of his best pitches. If you can actually throw the slider very well, you can get it into the high 90s at about the halfway point of the game. That's what you like to be able to see. But wow, Dirk's getting a home run here too. Whatever was in left field got moved over to right field, and that's also his 5th home run of the season. You don't see Dirks in the game that often, and when you do, he's usually coming in as a pinch hitter, or I usually use him as a runner in certain circumstances. But man, getting a home run here as well. So we've had 4 home runs this game. This has been the game that I've had the most home runs in. But what I appreciate the most about that feat, though, is it's come from 4 different players. So everybody on the Detroit Tigers has been contributing in this game. And that's something that's really, really great to see, because every once in a while, you know, you'll get a game where one person just does a phenomenal job. Very rare that you see everybody doing a great job here. Speaking of a great job, Alex Avila here, rounding second, getting over to third, was kind of thinking about maybe trying to go home. Why not risk it? Well, because I'd be out, that's why. So getting a triple right here, Alex Avila getting things done. It's nice to have him back. He was injured actually twice for a couple weeks, so he's been out basically a whole month. So I got him back not too long ago. He's done a great job at the catcher position, just making it so nobody can steal a base. And now he's helping out with his bat as well. This one going in the left field is going to go ahead and bring Alex Avila home. And that's going to be another run on the board for us. So things continue on here even late in the game. 8-0 now. Now this is probably going to be our last chance to get any runs. So I'm okay that we're at 8-0 right now, because that means here as we head into the top of the 9th, that the Kansas City Royals are going to have to get 8 runs to keep this game going. And if they've had a hard time throughout 8 innings to be able to get a run, I doubt that they are going to be able to get 8 runs here in 1 inning. But Chris Carpenter, keeping him in, trying to go for the complete game shutout. He's definitely deserved being able to stay in this long. So, but yes, you guys, we're going to be seeing our normal Chris Rose and Timmy Timmons videos tomorrow on Sunday. And then Monday, we'll of course have Madden, and then we're also going to have the home run derbies, both from the franchise and from real life as well, so that'll be fun. And then Tuesday, there'll be 2 All-Star games that you guys will be able to watch as well. So kind of be on the lookout for that. I'll try to find a way to differentiate between the 2 of them, because if you guys want to see the franchise home run derby and All-Star game, I got to make sure I separate that from what we're really seeing here on Monday and Tuesday. It'll be kind of fun. I got to make sure I got the DVR going and everything like that so I can watch it, because with my work schedule, I don't get to catch too many games. Sure, you know, I could buy MLB TV or something like that, but still, I don't know. I'd kind of like to watch it. And it's one of those things I'm just afraid everybody's going to be talking about it at work, and I'm going to miss out on it all. I just hate that when somebody just spoils, you know, what the score of a game is or what happens, but I don't know. I don't know who I'm even going for in the All-Star game. It seems very, very tough to actually root for a side, because, you know, like let's say you're an American leaguer, you know, and you're a Yankees fan, you've also got the Red Sox playing for you. But I don't know. You got teams that you like and you dislike on both sides, players, that too. I think it's kind of hard to be like, I am rooting for the American League. I think it's just fun to watch, just seeing all these great players on the field at once. And some crazy stuff has happened over the years. Now, it does seem kind of laid back, of course, since people have to be cautious of, you know, not getting injured or anything like that, since, you know, they do have to go ahead and play for their team. But I don't know. I'm going to play hard in the franchise one here, too, because I want to have that home field advantage if I make it to the World Series. I got the best record in baseball, so there's a chance I can. Miguel Cabrera fielding that one really well, getting it over to fielder, and that's going to be the last out of the game. So a very, very great game to play. We ended up winning this one 8-0. The hit differential was tremendous. Definitely was able to exploit the weakness here that the Royals have with their pitchers. Works out just fine for me. So I appreciate you guys watching here. Like I said, we've got some All-Star festivity videos coming up here pretty soon, which is going to be a lot of fun. Subscribe, you guys, if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. But really, you guys, you are awesome. Thank you so much for dropping by. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one.